You can see right here is where my heart fell out of my chest. For those who aren't familiar, silverrruns won the very first MCSR Ranked playoffs, and he's considered to be one of the best Minecraft speedrunners ever in terms of 1.16 RSG, so the fact that I am playing against him was absolutely nerve-wracking for me. And the reason I was even able to queue him in the first place was because this is the start of the season, so not everyone has a chance to play yet, and so obviously everyone's much closer together. Anyways, this match, it's a village scene, hype. I saw this one house pretty close by to get a bed really quickly. And this blacksmith is really good. It has 11 iron, which obviously means no need to kill the golem, but it also means I get both an iron axe and shears. Both of those things are just really good to have. Iron axe is much better for killing blazes than stone axe, and is also just faster for other stuff like mining wood and not needing to mine any stone in the first place. And shears is really good for blocks. Now, I double back here because I realized I forgot both water and gravel, and there's this very obvious gravel patch here where I can get flint. And I see this one tiny tree in the village, and I decided to just completely get all the leaves from here and then leave, because around 50 leaves is what I like to get for ranked. And yeah, silver gets hot stuff very much faster than me, but that's pretty much expected when I'm going against a top runner. But entering the Nether in under 2 minutes, and he already was in before I even started making the portal, which is a result of both mechanics and micro decisions. Mine are obviously much worse than someone who's considered like one of the best in the world. And I see both the Bastion and the fort in the Nether, and I see the terrain goes a bit behind and around, and it seems pretty free, so I decided to take it. And I also see there's a lot of mobs like goblins to the left, so I decided to not deal with that and then go more to the right here. And I can tell, not yet, but about right here I can tell that the Bastion is of the bridge variant, meaning that I pretty much know where all the gold is. So by going here I can just pretty much run into the chalice. And then all the time loss I had in the overworld, I made up through my nether terrain decision making, pretty much. And something else that I noticed about this bridge is that it has, the left side is a triple chest. I don't know what the right side is, but regardless, I pretty much know what route I'm going to do. And I'm going to do the newly, or not newly, I guess it is like, it was made a few months ago, but it is pretty recent when compared to most other Bastion routes. And it's called the Donkey Kong route. And what's funny about it is, I almost died there, that's pretty funny. That was mostly due to nerves as well, almost do it again. And the cool thing about the Donkey Kong route is it's really good for one specific reason, and that's you get a lot of pigs. You get almost every single pig in the Bastion, and you're able to bring them here to the left side and trade all your gold. And the reason why Donkey Kong would be better, even better than playing ranked triple normally, is because, at least in ranked, on bridge you're mining the entire chalice, pretty much all 16 blocks, almost every time, just for a consistency play. Obviously it would be faster to mine just the 13, but in ranked you want to get all the trades you can. You want to make sure you have enough pearls, string, fire res, obsidian, and basically to ensure that you almost rarely ever get screwed, you want to get all the gold. And the more pigs you have, the faster you're able to trade all that gold. So taking the time to set up Donkey Kong is worth getting all those extra pigs, pretty much, is why it's good. I also considered checking the single chest, but I realized that I have so much stuff already that I'd just wait for my trades to be done before I set my pearl hang. And I do have most stuff. I only have 1 fire res, which I don't like, as well as not nearly enough explosives. I only have, plus the bed, I have 4, and I want to blaze bed, so I wanted to get at least 1 more, which I do end up getting right now. I get the 10 extra crying obsidian, not crying obsidian, the glowstone that I need. I actually still only have 4, so I need 2 extra crying, which I do get. I get 3 to get 3 anchors. And the spawner is right there, and 1 quick pearl gets me right to it, and we're pretty much at the spawner at the exact same time, which is kind of nerve-wracking for me. I got caught in the fence there, which is kind of embarrassing. And one thing looking back at this match is I could have definitely organized my hotbar a bit better. Like that bed there, I could have just had put in my hotbar while pearling towards the fort, so I wouldn't have to change it out. It's just me thinking about the micro decisions that could just make me faster, you know? As well as getting rid of the fire. There's no reason for any of this fire to be here. This is pretty typical for blaze spawners, just building it out here. Now it's right here that silver blinds. Now it is pretty common in ranked to leave early, but I'm thinking that, holy crap, there's a chance he has all this rods, and so I get a bit nervous because obviously you would think that someone who's very obviously better than you is better than you, but I had no idea. So I can pretty much assume that he somehow got a last rod and then just leaves the nether, so I end up just building my portal here. Another cool optimization is in the Bastion I put my fire charges in the top left of my inventory because you don't really use your flint and steel or fire charges unless if you're leaving the nether. I guess sometimes you do use it if you're like in the fortress doing dynamic to deal with wither skeletons, or if you don't have a lot of food you can get some extra food in the overworld. But usually you only use it for lighting portals, and it just takes up a hotbar slot, so you can just put it in the top left to like instantly move it into your inventory with 1 button press or 1 hotkey. And the reason it's in the top left specifically is because that will be where your cursor goes if you have the crafting book open, which is what I have. And here's another big misplay, where the eye breaks, but I set up the pearl to go get it anyways, because I think it doesn't break, which is... only loses, like, a little bit of time, just loses a pearl throw. It also does allow me to get water, which could be good for the Stronghold, could be good for the zero cycle, but I don't know. I also got my 2 rods there, head to the Stronghold at about 8 minutes. This terrain is pretty good, all things considered. I do not remember what the distance is, you will have to excuse me. I also decided to pre-craft my anchors here, and I should craft my beds. And one thing I do notice is that Silver gets Ol Betsy and take aim here, which means that he must still be at the blaze spawner, because there's an optimization where you can use crossbows to help kill blazes. So I know that I am a little bit ahead here, and I need to lock in, because this could be a really big opportunity. And here my heart sinks for a minute because I think I missed, but nope, the Stronghold's just right below me, so I'm able to do my preemptive navigation using my pie chart. We got a pretty obvious spike in the middle, so I sent it there, and he's right behind me. He bosses up the second portal as well, and right here is another example. See the portal room right here? I decided to pearl into it, and that's a really bad pearl. If I had pearls in my hotbar, this probably would have been fine, but I just lose time and now I need to eat again, and I also didn't have my beds pre-crafted. I should have pre-crafted them when I had my anchors. I'm honestly not sure why I didn't, and now I'm thinking to myself, okay, I gotta lock in and hit this 0. I can see it's 0:59, meaning that I'm gonna need to dig up a lot to pearl clip, And I know it's not front dragon, it is the back dragon. And considering that I probably would not be able to make it in time, and I would also need to eat due to my very low amount of pearls, I decided to just not go for the 0 at all, and just do half bow. And when I tell you my aim here is impeccable, I shoot 9 arrows, hit 8 crystals. That's only 1 miss pretty much the entire time. And this dragon is pretty beautiful too. Does not fireball me at all, which is pretty nice. I decided to pearl out to get as much distance as possible. And I can pretty much tell that very shortly that Silver didn't go for the 0 cycle just based off of him not winning instantly. But it's pretty much just a perch race. It's pretty much just a perch race. Get a golden apple and some armor, and pretty much at full health now. And I can see the dragon turn into perch, and then Silver says GG. He got a perch first. Not much I can do about it. I lost by about 15-20 seconds or something, so definitely if I had a lot more, basically if my mistakes were tuned out, if my micro decisions were top notch, there definitely is a world where I could have won against one of the best players in the game. So thank you for watching, and this is why the Donkey Kong bridge route is the best in the game. See ya.